The news live at the site of the event. Information on events as they are happening. If it's breaking news, it's Nile TV.
Welcome back to a special edition of World Today, where we discuss the latest headlines from around the world. I'm Raham Morsi, and I'm joined this afternoon by Mr. Ahmed Naguib, a political analyst. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon.
Let's start off with the first news item we have from Al-Ahram Online. It reads, Sisi reserves rights for retaliation after Copts killed in Libya. The actual news item itself reads, President Abdel Fattah Sisi said that Egypt reserves its right to retaliate against the killing of 21 Egyptian Copts by Daesh group in Libya at the suitable time and place. Egypt's presidency confirmed the death of Egyptian hostages and announced a week of mourning, offering condolences to all Egyptians. The president added that the National Defense Council was in session to decide the course of action.
شعب مصر الأبي تنفيذا للقرارات الصادرة عن مجلس الدفاع الوطني وارتباطا بحق مصر في الدفاع عن أمن واستقرار شعبها العظيم والقصاص والرد على الأعمال الإجرامية
inside and outside the countries. Your armed forces this morning, Monday, the 16th of February 2015, has made an airstrike against camps and premises and locations of Daesh, the terrorist group, on the Libyan territories.
وقد حققت الضربة أهدافها بدقة.
The target was able accurately to achieve its objective, and all the air forces were able to go back safely to their locations. We would like to emphasize that retaliation and taking revenge for the Egyptian blood and to take revenge from those criminals is our right and our duty. And everyone should know that Egyptians have a shield to protect the security of the country, as well as a sword to confront extremism and terrorism. Long live Egypt, and may Allah protect the great people of Egypt. And we wish the condolences to all the families. Peace be upon you all. Statement of the General Command of the Egyptian Armed Forces, as well as footages from the airstrike that was launched by the Egyptian Air Defense this morning against the terrorist locations in Libya. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most gracious. A statement from the General Command of the Armed Forces. The great people of Egypt, in implementation of the resolutions made by the National Defense Council and related to the right of Egypt to defend the security and the stability of its great people, and to take revenge and retaliate to the criminal acts of the terrorist groups inside and outside the country. Your armed forces this morning, Monday, the 16th of February 2015, launched an airstrike against the camps and training locations as well as warehouses of Daesh, the terrorist group, on the Libyan territories. The airstrike achieved accurately its objectives, and the air forces were able to go back safely to their locations. We would like to emphasize that taking revenge for the Egyptian bloods and from the criminals is our right and our duty. And everyone should know that the Egyptians have a shield that protects the security and the peace of the country, as well as a sword that erases extremism and terrorism. Long live Egypt. May Allah protect the great people of Egypt. And condolences to the families of the martyrs. Peace be upon you. And for further analysis to this airstrike,
a statement and video showing the strikes against Daesh militants in Libya by the Egyptian army. So back to you, sir. Obviously, we can't continue on with this, and we have to discuss the actual video. It's a whole new level of transparency where the army is showing the actual footage of these airstrikes and talking about, you know, hitting objectives and the certain people in Daesh and so forth.
Yeah.
How do you see this video?
To tell you the truth, I think the Egyptians needed very much to feel the revenge.
Yes.
I mean, they had been threatened from all over, I mean, east and west and south and whoever.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't feel like guilty of being, those people were killed.
Mm-hmm.
They were not trying to fight against even Daesh people.
Mm-hmm.
So it was very strange that you take these people, you hold them hostage,
Mm-hmm.
and then you kill them this way.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to deliver as a message
Yes.
to the Egyptians? You're weak, you have no army to defend you, you are very tolerant, you're poor. What kind of message they need to deliver? I don't see that the Egyptian workers staying in Libya have something to do with the war going there.
Yes.
So it's really, and this put for us a question: who benefit from this? I don't think Daesh themselves benefit. I mean,
Yes.
there is somebody who is pushing somehow. Of course, you can guess who.
Mm-hmm.
Inside Egypt or from outside Egypt, and this whoever is creating a problem, especially during a period whereby we are about to complete our political complete scheme. We are waiting, we are preparing and arranging for
Yes.
the summit
Yes.
in March. So he needs to depress and make trouble the Egyptians in a certain way. Yeah.
Which brings us back to the article that we were just reading from Al-Ahram Online that was talking about Sisi reserving the right of retaliation after the Copts were killed in Libya. The actual news item reads, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi said that Egypt reserves the right to retaliate against the killing of the 21 Egyptian Copts by the Daesh group in Libya at a suitable time and place. Egypt's presidency confirmed the death of the Egyptian hostages and announced a week of mourning, offering condolences to all Egyptians. The president added that the National Defense Council was in session to decide the course of action to be taken in response. Daesh published an extremely graphic video on the internet to Sunday, purportedly showing the beheading of the Coptic Christians, saying it had kidnapped recently and vowed to fight the Crusaders. Obviously, what's interesting here, unlike what we've seen maybe in the past, regimes that we've had, that, the speech materialized, whereby the president said that Egypt reserves the right to, retaliate at any time or place, which we have done before we even, sent condolences to the Coptic Church in Egypt.
Yes.
Do you think this could help give some sort of boost of confidence to the average Egyptian?
I'm sure that the Egyptians are somehow satisfied with the fast response. But we should all expect that it's going to happen more of this.
Yes.
Those people are driven somehow, and they are. Look, you have just mentioned here about the video on the internet.
It was heavily edited.
Yes, I think this is something done just to serve the message.
It looked like a video from Hollywood.
Exactly. You don't do this in a war. You don't do this.
Yes.
You don't shoot everyone you kill. I mean, just to show his family how poor he was, and how his leader or the Egyptian leaderships are not giving revenge or taking revenge from. So it's. I think this is something just to disturb our steady steps,
Yes.
which we have taken, and we insist to continue till we have our summit in March, and till we have our parliament in place.
What does it mean? I mean, Daesh has said that they will continue fighting on against the Crusaders. Why did they use the word Crusaders, and why are they targeting the Egyptians living in Libya?
They just need to drag Egypt into this. I mean, it's very obvious. We have nothing to do, I mean, in direct confrontation with
Yes.
Daesh themselves, unless they are
But it
linked
truly is a
somehow to the
problem, though. I mean, they're right
Brotherhood.
on the border. Libya is our bordering country neighbor.
Exactly, it's our right to defend our national security. But this happening in Libya gave us the message that those people are tools in the hand of somebody else. It's getting very clear, and this has been also remarked in the reactions of countries,
Yes.
Parties, things like this.
Yes.
If you have a party in Egypt which say nothing about this and stay silent completely and still talk about right to protest,
Yes.
I mean, and you classify priorities.
Yes.
If you don't have country, you cannot even protest.
Yes.
I mean, so here you see the conflict of benefits, let's say.
What about, I mean, President Abdel Fattah Sisi spoke about the foreign minister, Sameh Shukri, traveling to the UN in New York and, talking to them about the security issue with Libya. Is this a way to start, I suppose, or get the green light from Western powers to start an air bridge or airstrikes just like we have in Iraq and Syria?
It is definitely from the political side, you need an international coverage for your attacks, because he knows very well, President Sisi, I mean, that there is some channels, some voices will come out and say, look, we have warned before, we have said before that Egypt is somehow involving themselves into the Libyan matter, and this is not accepted, and we have to respect the privacy of each